Hey, Casket here. Welcome back. I can't believe it's been 3 months since my last smoke, which was Super Bowl Sunday back in February. And I did some ribs, if you recall. Back in October, I talked about building an ugly drum smoker. I had run across a 55-gallon drum, and the situation presented itself. I wasn't looking to build a UDS, but the opportunity came along, and I built one, and it was very simple. I used a lot of Philip Riddick's advice. He's got a YouTube channel called Daddy Cooks. Philip Riddick down in North Carolina, aka Sneaky One. Thank you for your videos. You got to check him out. I'll put a link down below so you can check out his videos. He does some really neat stuff, and he makes smoking look so easy. But yeah, I'll show you the steps that I went through. I'm not going to bore you with a whole lot of spray painting and cleaning, but I will show you some things that I did that I think made my project a little bit easier. I'd also like to give a shout out to Dan Foley, also known as Axel or Axel Foley. He's a few miles from me down here in southeast Michigan, and he contributed some advice and even gave me the thermometer for my ugly drum smoker. So I'll show you that here in just a moment. So let's get started. So here she is in all her glory. Overall, very simple project. There wasn't a whole lot of difficulty. I'll tell you a little bit about what I did. This is a metal sign I picked up from a neat little shop in Traverse City, Michigan. It was like 10 bucks. I did install it with a spacer to keep it away from the barrel, so it shouldn't have any issues with burning the paint. Got my thermometer, thanks to Dan Foley. Thanks, Axel. Appreciate it, man. Honestly, the most expensive part of this project were the 2 ball valves and the step drill used to drill the 1-inch holes for the 3/4 plumbing. This is 2 18-inch risers. I bought one full length of 36. I had the guy cut it down at Lowe's and thread the end of it on both sides, so that was simple. Check underneath here. I got 3 wheels for like $5 at Harbor Freight. Easy. I got my nipple on the back here. I'm like 98% done. I'm going to add a handle on top and 2 handles on both sides. And I'll probably end up putting a 2-inch smokestack in one of these bung holes. So let's take a look inside. So I got 2 21-inch Weber racks. I have 2 levels. The first one's 3 inches down, and then I've got 6 inches down from the top, so it doesn't leave me enough room to do maybe a pork shoulder or a brisket. And here's the thermometer probe here. I used the conduit nuts on both sides of the nipples, and those are short nipples, 3/4 inch. I'm going to tell you a little trick I learned. When you go to do this, get these sanding sponges. You can get a pack of these, a pack of 10 at Harbor Freight. They're like, I don't know, $6 or $7. And after the fire and the burnout, I used maybe 3 or 4 of these, cleaned out the inside, and I bought a 3M, which was a little bit more expensive one. When I say expensive, it was probably like $8 for a 3M. And I used that and probably a couple of these for the outside. It made sanding so much easier. And you can see I burn off all the old paint, and these worked out great. Then as a final stage, I took some real soapy water and a rag, and I just soaked the heck out of it and cleaned out the inside. And she's ready to go. One last thing I'll show you. And the second most important part is the charcoal basket. I can't tell you how easy this was to make. So I've got, at Lowe's they sell the expanded sheet metal, 12 by 24. I bought 2 of these. That gives me 15-inch diameter here by bolting 2 of these together. So it's 12 inches high and 48 inches all the way around. That gives me 15-inch diameter. This is a 17-inch Weber grate, Weber fire grate, and I used 2 U-bolts. I probably should have used 3, but 2's it feels pretty stout. So I got 1 here and 1 here to hold the expanded metal to the charcoal grate. For the legs, very simple. These are 5/16 eye screws and some heavy washers. 4 of them. I might go 5 and put 1 in the middle, just to eliminate some sagging from the heat. So there you have it. I think I've showed you everything. The only other thing I'm going to put in, other than some handles, I've got these nipples and nuts. Got nuts and nipples. I'm going to cut and use. I'll put in the side here for my temperature probes. And again, shout out, thanks to Dan Foley over there, a few miles from me, provided me with these pieces. It's much appreciated. So tune into the next video, part 2. We're gonna oil it down and season it, and we'll see how it goes. Part 2 is going to be seasoning. We're going to season this baby up, and you can probably guess, we've got the gas smoker over here. I haven't used that in a while. The Oklahoma Joe, it probably ain't going to be used much this year. You're probably going to see a lot of videos this year on the ugly drum, and or I might do all 3 at once. I might go crazy. We'll see what happens.